big shout too. It's the slower ball. You can see it spinning as it comes down. Pitches outside the line of off stump. That's a flush on the pad. May well have been angling down leg side, James. That perhaps, for me, is the only saving grace. He's not that far down. He's a tall man.
Well, England could easily have lost 2 more wickets. No doubt about the edge that Aftab Habib got, and Dean Headley very lucky to get away with that LBW. 107 for 4 England. And you heard James Whittaker on commentary there. He said England are deep in the mire. The New Zealand bowlers did an extremely good job. Not much work for Geoff Allott. He was off the field with an injury for a time. 12 overs from Chris Cairns, 1 for 29. Another Jaffa of a slower ball to Graham Thorpe. Daniel Vettori, top performance. 21 overs, 2 for 45 from him. No wicket for Dion Nash. He deserved better. And 1 wicket for Nathan Astle. There it is, 65 runs behind. What a star Daniel Vettori has been today. He had a chat with Simon Hughes after events.
Daniel and I had to do it
for New Zealand with the fact that Nasser Hussain told us first thing he would not be able to bat come what may. The finger had got much worse overnight, so he will not come in at number 7 as it says on that list with Habib and Headley unbeaten. He just will not bat at all. That's the problem for England. They're 65 runs behind. They've got to wipe off that deficit at a position of 107 for 4 before they can even think about turning this into a real contest. We're going to pick up play now in the 2nd over of the day. Chris Cairns is bowling to Aftab Habib.
Yeah.
And Habib scores the first run of the morning. It's always worth thinking what would be the bowler's reaction if he were to be given out to that particular appeal. I suggest Dion might not have been all that happy. That was very well bowled by Cairns. It's done just enough going away from the bat to defeat the edge and the off stump as well. It's a great Yorker. Good stroke. Nice one from Headley. He kept himself over the top of that, played it well. That is the reason, though, those 2 gullies are in for Chris Cairns when he bowls at Headley. That's the stroke. He gets away through that gully area, plays it well, but sometimes it does go a little uppishly. It's well bowled.
Fishing, known as fishing outside the off stump.
Looked as though it was inside edge and body, and frustration written all over Dion Nash's face. He's done exactly what he wanted to do.
This ball was a little eventful. The sign from a young bowler is getting it on the spot straight away. And this is exactly the line and the length his captain wants him to bowl, and he almost brought his captain into play. And, once again, it's almost an action replay, was of the first ball of the over.
Spot on straight away. Clever change by Stephen Fleming.
And the boundary. A little fortuitous. But, England will take them all.
He would definitely take them all.
35 minutes gone, and England remain intact this morning. 4 for 119. Well, a big shout here. A lot more confident from around the bat, that's for sure. Rudy Kurtzen is simply not interested.
Nowhere near. Very good shot by the fielders and by the bowler. Good pressure umpire.
Oh, it's a fine shot. Very fine shot by Habib. He waited and dispatched it beautifully. Edge, and Fleming takes the catch. It carries through low to the New Zealand captain. And ALLOTT, yes, he gets his first wicket, and the breakthrough has been achieved.
It's typical left-arm delivery going across, and he tempted for a drive. He was playing fine when he was defending, and suddenly he decided to have a go at it and went straight to the captain's table playing. He is happy. He should be.
He fought hard, Dean Headley, but he's gone, and England are 123 for 5. The young face of Chris Reed has arrived in the middle here at Lord's. And gone. ALLOTT's done it again. It's been a very, very good spell for the New Zealanders. This time the catch is at second slip. It's Astle. Safe pair of hands again. And Habib goes. ALLOTT has been very effective this morning, just angling it across the young man, who plays once again just a little away from his body. Carries through at good height to Nathan Astle. Good pair of hands. Let's just see the height here, and just pushing away again from his body. And a genuine edge, well and truly taken, much to the delight of the New Zealanders.
England are 127 for 6.
I reckon that came off the back of the bat, you know. That was the old periscope job. Shows you when you duck, get your bat out the way. Gee, I reckon he'd have been in trouble if he'd hit there. Caddick didn't seem to respond at all at first, and yet it was Caddick's call. Whether Reed edged it and went rather than Caddick taking charge of the situation, I don't know.
Nice, Kitty. Looks like they might finally be learning, boys.
Run away down the hill, and won't quite be Chris Reed's first boundary in Test match cricket.
Well, most little fellas have got to be pretty good players with the short ball, and Chris Reed showing good balance.
Nicely played. Really good, solid cut stroke.
This is very close indeed. Occasionally the ball doesn't pitch in those rough patches and it goes straight on.
Yes.
Second excellent cut in just a few balls. Very fine effort to stop it. It failed, but it was an idea of New Zealand's commitment to their cricket in this game.
And once again, it was that man, Matthew Horn. England now 142 for 6.
Catch it!
Well, he's tried it. Didn't get the height he wanted. Roger Two's doing some very good work at mid-wicket. Just the single to Caddick.
Overhead him out of bounds there.
Wasn't a chance, it didn't carry. But it will frustrate the New Zealanders just a tad.
He walks back 12 paces, and it's only about half a dozen before he gets into delivery stride. He's on his way back. He does manage to move the ball both ways. He's had the one that found the outside edge in this over, and then the one slanting there, quite possibly down past leg stump, or close to it.
Yes, and I think that's exactly what Mervyn Kitchen has just said to him. Just missing leg stump.
.150 up for England and 6 down. A new ball being taken. Reed and Caddick will treat this as a compliment. It's a good stroke. Lovely shot off the back foot. Might be one of the hardest strokes to play, and play successfully, but it's also one of the more spectacular.
Well, England may or may not get out of this, but every minute and every shot like this that the young man plays will do his personal confidence the world of good.
And off the back foot through the covers, and then might just have guessed the next one would be short. Having a fearful belt away past square leg.
Two great cricket shots in a row. It's beautifully played because he rolls his wrists over the top of it at point of impact. So the ball then goes down, keeps his eyes firmly focused, his head is in line with the ball.
Just received a mild shake of the head from umpire Kitchen. And a big inside edge. Good stroke. And Reed has the right idea. He just turns his back. May be able to hear it, but he doesn't necessarily want to see it from the bowler he's just struck for 4.
Geez, been some good batting in the last 2 or 3 minutes, I must say.
A lovely shot. It's beautifully played. Only get the single for it, but it was a class stroke. Nice roll of the wrists on full length. And that's well played. A good roll of the wrists on that stroke. Ball bouncing a little extra outside off stump. A hard ball, second new ball. Caddick played it well. Two of them had a go at stopping it. The man at gully was hurling himself away to the left, and the man down at third man trying to race around. Geoff ALLOTT trying to get around and dive to save the boundary. Neither came off.
Yes, Chris Harris, a substitute fielder on in the gully. He put one down yesterday in that position. scores are level.
Safely away. Not quite where Andrew Caddick meant it to go. Smile on Merv Kitchen's face, and possibly on Dion Nash's, but Reed did go across a bit here.
175 for 6 at lunch, with Reed unbeaten on 24, Caddick unbeaten with the same score. Habib and Headley, the men that went in that morning session, and the crowd were getting pretty excited about things at Lord's. They were cheering Reed along and delighted for Andrew Caddick as well. Is there hope for England? But it is a lead. Chris Reed is at the crease, and he's up against Chris Cairns.
And a tricky partnership between these two with that scoring shot. Oh, that's gone a mile, that. It's a brilliant take in the end by Perori. That has really deviated. Oh, good shot. Excellent cricket shot. Beautifully timed. No, they can't get that one at all, Adam Perori. He was brilliant to start with the first ball of the over. He simply cannot get anywhere near that one, which has gone up the hill and very quickly.
The ball.
Oh, great cricket. It really was. In the air, but things are going England's way. That was the pull shot. Runs now for this partnership, which is a record for England for the 7th wicket against New Zealand here at Lord's.
Just looking at the way batsmen protect themselves, these are two tail-end batsmen with two different types of gloves. Left, Andy Caddick, who just has a fairly orthodox type of glove. He's a very tall man, so he doesn't often get hit on the gloves, whereas Chris Reed on the right has extra protection on those two fingers at the top of your picture. Those are his bottom hand, and because he's a short man, he does get hit quite often, and of course also he's a wicket keeper, so he has to look after his fingers.
Oh. No, that hurt. Just talking about protection on the hands. I'm not sure he's got any around the rib cage, and he needed it here.
And I can assure you this hurts straight on his ribs. Ouch.
Caddick has the highest test score of 33, which he achieved at Edgbaston about a fortnight ago. He's got it. That's his best score in test cricket. Good shot, and Cairns has done brilliantly. The throw would be good, just the single. That's marvellous cricket. Tremendous effort from a tired fast bowler.
Beautifully bowled.
It's just straightened a shade. There wasn't a lot wrong with the CADDICK shot in the end. He was just defeated by a good one.
And we've seen that with the good batting, there's no reason why you can't make runs, and we've also seen that there's enough turn, enough movement for all types of bowlers to enjoy themselves. That is the 200. The 200 up now for England. That is a magical shot. The ball bounced quite high on him.
Really is a classic example of how to play the pull shot in front of square.
Oh dear, that's kept so low, it's out. Had to be out. What bad luck for Chris Reed. Benefit of bowling very, very straight for Dion Nash. But a most impressive effort from England's new wicketkeeper comes to an end.
There have been occasions today where the ball's kept low, the ball's bounced. But here you see Chris Reed very unlucky. The ball will have only bounced by about a foot. Mervyn Kitchen has absolutely no hesitation. And doesn't that man enjoy this? Chris Reed goes for 37.
If Mullally would play like that for 25 minutes, England supporters would be roaring, not just applauding.
Well, the Leicestershire members will tell you that this is a trademark Mullally.
Oh, it's given that a good hit. When he does hit it, he hits it very easily. He's gone now. Just lobs it to mid-off. By Allen, says Chris.
Well, he played this ball effectively from the back foot, expecting another short ball. And in the end, it's nothing more than lollipop to cover. England 216 for 8, and Mullally out for 10.
To tumultuous applause, Philip Tufnell enters the arena. Nasser Hussain still has the finger in the plastic splint, but he's been icing it off and on throughout the day. Whether or not this particular onslaught of the ice attack is because he's planning to try to get it in a batting glove. The key is he hasn't got any batting clothes on.
Well, it was played with the same lift of the left leg as Chris Reed used a couple of times when he was playing the pull shot, but it's runs. That's a little classic, or a big classic, whichever way you like. Absolute beauty. It was in the slot, and CADDICK has swung through with a beautiful straight bat and hit it right down the ground, just over the bowler's head.
Well, Caddy's going to enjoy watching that on the highlights this evening. Lovely and straight, full follow through, right back over the quickest bowler in the New Zealand side's head.
every chance that was going to go down the leg side. Dion Nash is hard to convince about these, although I suppose for that matter I've never known a bowler yet who's been on the side of the umpire when an appeal goes up, unless it goes the right way.
Well, that's very close indeed. If that hasn't caught the inside edge of Andy Caddick's bat, it may well have gone on to hit them.
Only take the one, unless they can get three. Well, again take the risk that Tufnell can get through the next two deliveries. There's 4 balls gone this over.
Philip Tufnell has only been in for a couple of balls, but he's given that the kitchen sink. He's tried to smear that over extra cover.
Brought up on the reading of the game, stories of the old-fashioned draw, and how it was played, sometimes by lifting the left foot and playing it off the middle of the bat down to fine leg.
Chris Cairns trying to dismiss Tufnell with a slower ball. Tufnell was through his shot just a touch early.
That's the over, 229 for 8. That's a good catch, I think. Very low down, and umpire Kitchen at square leg has signalled yes to Kitchen. But umpire Kitchen, now perhaps he didn't signal yes, perhaps he said,
Just checking, fellas.
just let's have a look.
Just checking.
And umpire Kitchen has asked for a replay.
And Nathan Astle's getting pats on the back from his teammates. Phil Tufnell edging it low to second slip. Astle is the man there. It's very, very close indeed.
I don't know that that is conclusive. The umpires called for conclusive evidence that the catch has been taken. I'm not sure that that shows it was conclusively caught by second slip.
Oh!
And the same fielder has put it down. Astle won't be at all happy. Nash won't be at all happy. Fleming, can bet your life, he's not even half happy.
And ironically, it was the first ball that Phil Tufnell decided to stay in line to. He didn't actually back away.
No problems with that one. Caddick is the man to go. The innings is over. New Zealand now have a relatively simple task to win this match. But Andy Caddick has played really well. Good performance from him. Made 45, hit 6 boundaries. And it was a very good effort. Geoff Allott has done the job again for New Zealand.
The angle helped Allott there across Caddick. He went for the cover drive.
Well, some high drama there, not to say at times high fast. 229 all out. England, Tufnell unbeaten at the end of it with 5. As Richie Bono said, great credit to Andrew Caddick for that innings of 45, and also to Chris Reed for his innings of 37. The New Zealand bowlers, 16.4 overs, 3 for 36 for Geoff ALLOTT. That will do his confidence a power of good. 2 for 67, Chris Cairns. 2 for 62, Daniel Vettori. His performance was on Saturday when he really did a great job in helping New Zealand in this match. 1 for 50 for Dion Nash, and that important wicket of Ramprakash for Nathan Astle. There it is then. New Zealand need 58 to win it. Need 58 to win the match. We're going to pick up play in the first over of the run chase, and Alan Mullally is bowling to Matt Horn.
There's the first runs in the chase. Tufnell won't prevent 3. Matthew Bell is underway too. Ramprakash is in pursuit, and 3 for the second time in the over. And it's top class shot.
This is definitely a shot of a guy who's in form, whose confidence is high, sky high.
Oof, that didn't miss leg stump by much. Very close indeed. It's 14 without loss. Quite get to the man running in. That's Graham Napier. He's in the action at gully. The work cries of catch it.
Certainly that is not the place to bowl. That'll run away gently across the hallowed turf for 4.
Now, if you're talking of the perfect short ball, you're talking about the one that is angled in at ribs or throat area. This isn't far from it. Very close. Goodness me. It's a very decent appeal from Phil Tufnell. We've seen an awful lot of close calls for LBW in this match. The red zone should show us exactly whether the umpire was right or wrong. That line is between wicket and wicket. It's got to hit the batsman between wicket and wicket. Yeah, got him. Kept a little low, nipped back a long way. Matt Horn has gone. Caddick gets reward for great spirit today. He batted well, bowled well in the match, and here you will see when we make the batsman transparent that that ball would have gone on to hit around about middle stump.
He's got away with it. And that one certainly has turned, quite possibly out of one of those footmarks outside the left-hander's off stump. By signalled against Reed.
Tucks it away through the onside. It'll run down the hill here at Lord's for 4. And New Zealand have won the second test match. The first time they've ever been successful here at Lord's. A truly historic moment.
That is an outstanding performance by New Zealand. They've won the match by 9 wickets, 26 to Matt Horne, 26 not out to Matthew Bell, unbeaten 5 for Stephen Fleming. I don't think we can exaggerate how well they've done, particularly in the light of the disappointments for them at Edgbaston. Alan Mullally, 5 overs, none for 21. Andrew Caddick, 10 overs, 1 for 18. He really did steam in as if he had something to prove this afternoon. And Phil Tufnell, 8 overs, none for 19. There wasn't much in it for them. It was all going New Zealand's way. There it is, victory by 9 wickets. 186 all out and 229 England, 358 all out and 60 for 1. The New Zealanders, an outstanding effort from them. The man of the match was Matt Horne, and Wasim Akram said he thought that his innings, the long innings, the one that took all day, was the one that really gave New Zealand the platform to bowl England out with plenty to spare. And
have won the second.
So Hussain will watch from the sidelines.